For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone. After a successful senior day, the Wildcat men's basketball team blows out Incarnate Word 81-52. Coach, we said yesterday as we stood right here that senior days don't always follow that Hollywood script they did today, didn't they?
It did. It couldn't have gone any better. And I'm just emotionally spent, what an incredible day to celebrate those three seniors. I thought our crowd was great.
Tremendous.
And I told him when I was talking to Tanner right there, I don't remember. You've been around the program a long time. Lance has. I don't know when the last time seniors walked off that floor and got a standing ovation. It's been a long, long time since Moody's had men's basketball players walk off there to a standing ovation. So I hope those guys soaked it in and understood that how much these guys are appreciative. The fans are appreciative of what they've done. I know I am. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to get to coach not just those three, but our whole team. But that was a pretty cool moment, man, and those guys deserved it.
Well, they've done a lot of things that haven't been done in a long time or ever. They win a 25-6, Coach. I mean, what do you even say to that?
I hope people around here realize how hard that is. I think people are taking this for granted, but it's really, really hard. I don't know when the next time it's going to happen. I would like to think, we continue to build a program and we can, but this is really hard to do at this level. You got to play so many guarantee games, so many non-conference games on the road. This group just from the get-go, man, we got road wins. We got some momentum. We built on it. We got in conference play. Had a tough loss at Sam, bounced back. You and I've talked a lot. We haven't lost 2 in a row all year. They've just been incredibly on bouncing back, and it's just been a heck of a ride, man. It's happened fast. It's been exciting. It's been fun to coach. It's been fun to be around these guys. It's been fun to be a part of this journey, and it's something these guys will never get taken away from these guys. It's to earn the double bye. I mean, you want to win the league. We didn't get the opportunity to win the league, but we earned the double bye, and so that's just as important for us. There's only 2 teams out of 13 that get that, and we get the opportunity. That doesn't guarantee anything, but it means you're 40 minutes away from playing for something that people around here have dreamed about for a long time.
It guarantees you're not going to lose in the first 2 rounds. That's what it guarantees you, and then you play. Then you're 2 wins
and
away.
I think this year in our league with the parity, I don't think it really matters. I think anybody can beat anybody on any given night. I think you've seen that every Wednesday or Saturday when teams play against each other. So that doesn't mean the tournament's going to be crazy. And there's a lot of upsets. It could go exactly how they scripted, or it could just be absolutely crazy. Yep. But it's been a year full of a lot of parity. And give Sam credit. They strung together that run where they played really well, and they deserve the 1 seed. So it's going to be a fun tournament. We're looking forward to getting down there.
The game itself still had to be played. This was the team that scored 111 points in a loss to Houston Baptist. But your team has, with a lot of thanks to associate head coach Brett Tanner, built itself on defense. And the number 1 defense in the league, ACU, held the number 1 field goal shooting team, Incarnate Word, to just 52 points.
They've been pretty impressive defensively the last couple of weeks. I think we're getting better on that end. We're playing really, really hard, playing tough. We're handling the ball screen a lot better. Coach Tanner's done a great job all year. We've made mistakes as a coaching staff. We're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we come up with a game plan. Coach Tanner's done a great job defensively, and those guys have bought into it. And he's been right a heck of a lot more times than he's been wrong. He was coaching just as hard the last minute as he was the first minute of the game. It means a lot to him, on the defensive side of the ball. And so just really proud of him. I probably don't talk about my whole staff, just what an incredible staff I have, how lucky I am. Not just Coach Tanner, Coach Bostic's helped him out on the defensive side of the ball and done personnel. Coach Krass has helped me on the offensive side. Coach Trilly's being my special assistant, taking a lot of the weight off my shoulders on a lot of things, administrative-wise, and being a voice. He's been around some really good coaches and being able to bounce some different ideas off him. And then Cam has just been an incredible GA. And then I think we have the 3 best managers in the Southland Conference. They're 3 incredible dudes, man. So just been a lot of fun, man. I'm lucky to coach a team like this. I'm lucky to have a staff like this, and just very fortunate.
A quick word about the seniors. 19 points from Jaron Lewis to lead all scores, 14 each for Franklin and Farquhar. True or false, was your sports information director, Lance Fleming, updating you on Louis' bid for a triple-double?
Somebody did, but you know what? I just kept thinking, especially when Farquhar, a little bit of his ankle right there, and so I was just like, man, it's time to get these guys out. So you
did it one at a time, though. That was on purpose.
But and I mean this. Like I know that's important to players, and it's important to Jaron. That'd been a cool thing to get, but I'm telling you, man, Jaron could care less about that, man. I mean, Jaron was worried about winning basketball games, and so he got to 25 wins. That's all he cares about. He got a chance to get celebrated the right way, and I mean this, man. Like their freshman year, Jay Frank and Jaron and Farquhar, they probably would have worried about that, and they probably would have been looking at a stat sheet underneath the seat. Those guys, that's the least. I mean, yeah, it'd been cool to get that, but that's not what they're worried about.
You know what didn't show up in the stat sheet? Farquhar going to the floor in the second half?
I thought it was just that's who we've been all year, and but that's who he is. Like people think he's a great shooter. Yeah, he shoots the basketball, but his identity is not in shooting the basketball anymore, man. That sums up to me 4 years of Hayden Farquhar. That's what he's all about, man. And that stuff's contagious. It spreads throughout our locker room. It spreads to everybody. I mean, we're up 17 or 18. Yeah. He has no chance to get the ball, and he comes out of nowhere and dives, and then makes the pass, and then Rick shoots it, and it goes off, and Jaron Lewis gets an offensive rebound. I mean, that's us. That's who we've been, and it means something to Farquhar to wear that uniform. It means something to Farquhar to play for Abilene Christian. And this time of year, when you have seniors that are playing like that in March, that's fun, and that's the way you want them to play. And so.
Yeah, amazing. You told me in the postgame on the radio show that you've talked to some of your friends in the profession about how to handle something that you and your staff have never had to handle. That is,
Tanner has. I mean, yeah. Tanner's been around this.
True.
Tanner's had a lot of opportunities at Stephen F. Austin
right.
to play. So Tanner's this is not him. I had an opportunity at Little Rock, but we played all four. We never had buys. So right. Yeah, I've talked to some people. And
when do you go down? When do you all that?
Yeah, stuff? When do you practice? Where do you practice? Where do you eat? Do you use Katie's facility? Do you not use Katie's facility? Do you go watch the team you're playing? Do you not go watch the team you're playing? Just how do you prepare? Because you don't know who you're playing. So what do you do this week? So, but the bottom line is we got to worry about our team. People can do it different ways. We can get ideas, but we have to do what works best for our team. And so we'll stay on a schedule like we've stayed all year. The only difference is we don't know who we're playing yet. So we'll have to figure that out. But we'll get it figured out.
How was the senior day? Did you hold it together okay? The celebration.
You
had Amanda there, so your strength.
And it's been a hard week for me. I've dreaded this day for a long time. But I also, to me, the way this season's gone, it was a celebration today. And yeah, I got teary-eyed, and I cried this morning when I got out of the shower. I cried on the way to work today to shoot around. But to me, I just kept trying to tell myself, man, let's celebrate these dudes, man. This was a celebration, man. This was it's just a celebration, man. It was, and that's how I wanted to handle it. I thought those three guys, you and I talked a lot about this. You never know how they're going to handle a senior night. And the emotion. I thought all three of them handled it great.
Well, and Jay Frank did his part, not only in the stat sheet, but filling up half the gym, I thought, with his entourage.
Yeah, it took a little while to get through everybody. But
I think they're still announcing the cousins who are here. All right, the Wildcats win it, cap off this unbelievable season, historic season, 25-6. They head into Katy with a full head of steam. As the number 2 seed, they'll play Friday night at 7:30 against an opponent to be determined.